All right, Miss Katie, here you go. Coming in the front door. We keep our doors locked, so we've got a ring doorbell at the front door. Clients have to ask to come in so that we don't have any dog-on-dog contact. This is our lobby. However, as you can see, I don't have a front desk. I don't want clients and dogs to sit out here, one, waiting, being uptight, and two, potential encounters with each other. This is our public bathroom, normal size. Do have a couple of seating areas out here, a couple over there just for clients to sit if necessary. Over here, a spot to get dogs out of view of each other, but short enough that even if the client is sitting down with their dog, they can still see us and we can talk to them, and the dogs still can't see each other. Same thing over on this side. Lots of windows. I like light and I like plants. So, same thing, lots of windows. There we go. And that's us. That's our 3D printed sign, kind of like it. Oops, I guess I should have turned the lights on in here. So this is the main hallway to our 3 exam rooms. I have 3 because it makes discharge easier. I can only be in one room at a time, but my staff can do multiple discharges at one time. This is I call it my sensory deprivation room. It has no windows, so that if we've got uptight critters, and sometimes kitty cats as well, they like to be someplace where it's quiet. Tables that fold up out of the way so that I can have more floor space if necessary. That's exam room 3. This is exam room 2. It has a window. Same table that folds up and out of the place. Out of the way, a little artwork on the wall, nothing exciting. Pictures friends have taken or pictures I've taken, nothing too fancy. Moppable floors. This is exam room 3, it's my favorite. Nice big space. Dogs can roam around on the floor, especially the bigger dogs. And if they want, they can actually walk up, sit, look out the window, or walk themselves all the way up onto my table. Table has cupboards underneath it for extra storage space. Nothing for exam rooms. There's no wet tables. No sinks anywhere in here. No wet space. Scale right next to where we go back into the kennel area. And then a workstation that you can either stand at or sit on one of our tall stools. Have barn doors where dogs have to walk through. Because I didn't want to be pushing or pulling doors into their faces, so it just slides open so that they can just walk right through with me. And again, another set of barn doors because these go to our kennel area. And it will open nice big double wide openings so that it's easy to get my 6-foot long gurney in there. 2 people, 2 bodies to move the big heavy dogs. I have 6 runs. 2 big ones in the middle, smaller ones on the ends. The cage doors open so that you don't have to go around them to get into the space. All the floors and the runs are heated, so these doors open in this direction, again, so you don't have to go around them to get the doggies in the space. My small kennels are actually in the small room. Larger kennel on the bottom, double wide. Larger kennel on the bottom, double wide. Top one waiting for my staff's dog to come back to. And then 4 small ones on the top. We have hot dogs to help heat up those kennels. And then from the scraps of the flooring, the non-slip flooring, Patty ripped some pieces for traction for footing inside the kennels. Contractors didn't build this space the way they were supposed to, so there ended up a gap between the kennels. So Patty built me some shelves for bedding and whatnot. We've got oxygen and evac drops from the ceiling. Oxygen and evac drops from the ceiling, and then power at each end of the runs. Acoustics in here can be a little tough, so that's what that's for, is try and help with that, even with all the angles and whatnot. My ceiling tiles are hard tiles, not the soft fiber tiles, so that I get less dust and dirt drop down here. So that's the lobby that we came through. to the dog space. This is the staff entrance. Refrigerator for chem stuff, all non-human consumables, laundry, garbage, more storage space. You can never have enough storage space. Twice as much as you think you're going to need because you'll need 3 times as much. This is another storage room. And because you need more space than you actually think you need, my middle spaces are not fixed shelves. They actually roll, so we can push them back and forth and create more space as needed to get at the shelving stuff. So this is heading to the treatment area. I've got a nice long hallway to watch, non-slip flooring, so I can watch dogs trot on them if I need to. Workstation and pharmacy, room for 3 people to work. And then our little mini pharmacy, controlled drugs. This is our utility room and an outside door that goes back to the HVAC, the glorious HVAC, you know that saga. So this is storage as well, mostly hard mechanics. I lost half of it, that space over there, when the glorious town of Gates asked me to put this sprinkler system in at a beautiful cost of $30,000. So all of my space in here went away, and we actually had to put our hot water tank up on a platform to keep it in here and not have to have it out in my storage space as well. Electrical panel, fire, yeah, all that fun stuff. So gas sterilization, central vac in the corner here, big shelves for storage, oxygen, obviously, and then my scrub sink, or floor mop bucket sink, whatever it's supposed to be called. And you know the saga behind that one too. Let's see, staff room. This is my ADA compliant bathroom. I'm not sure why they put it back here instead of up front the way it was originally planned. Staff room's pretty simple. Table for people to drop their butts at. Shelves to store some food at. Fridge, microwave, toaster, kettle. Some 1/3 lockers instead of the little quarter lockers or half lockers. Quarter lockers were too small, halves were too big, the 1/3s were great. I do use these to keep all of the keys, various assorted keys for the hospital locked up in here. And then this one I have a key to, and it's got backup keys and then the cash box and stuff in it. So this is sort of where the action happens. The wet table is the only fixed table workstation in the hospital. Every workstation has a drop light. And then our gurney, it'll hold, I think, like 300 or 400 pounds, can't remember. Anesthesia machine, drop lines from both sides. And this is how the techs have decided they like it set up, so this is the way it is. That over there is our charging station for fluid pumps, syringe pumps, ultrasound, otoscope, and all the other fun toys, including their little sound bar, radio, whatever they play. And then the lab station on the other side with some storage space underneath. I'm actually going to get a fluid warming oven and tuck it in there. So they've got that. This is the 4th OR that doubles up as my quote-unquote office right now. It's set up with drops and fluid lines and everything that we need, but it's kind of where I park my butt and overflow stuff. We recycle like crazy, so lots of stuff like that. Pictures that haven't been hung. So back out to the workstations. All right, so that goes to our clean space. This is our U.S. General toolbox that has all of our working stuff in it, including endotracheal tubes. Rather than having a rack on the wall, we have a drawer. They all lay flat. My little high schooler keeps everything organized and stored, stocked up and whatnot. Gowning station, place to drop dirty lab coats. Radiology, bandage cart. Wireless center. And radiology. Radiology with my wonderful 7-foot float table, 4 directions. Just enough to make everybody dizzy. Anesthesia drop lines at each end so that we can work off of either end if we want. The leather sandbags or pleather or whatever the heck they are, so we can wash them, excuse me. Lots of space so the gurney can easily come and go through the door and into the room. So patients come out of the OR from the clean space into radiology, get transferred onto the table. Clean gurney goes back into the clean space, and then that gurney comes over here and picks them up and takes them out to the dirty space. I am going to enter the clean space from the other door. I'm going to hit pause. We'll suit up. All right, all suited up. So we're going to enter into our clean space, turn our lights on. So this is set up, serves 2 purposes. One is an extra quiet induction or a non-clean procedure area with drop lights, wall-mounted anesthesia units if needed. Have a little refrigerator in here for medicated drugs. 2 scavenger systems, one for in the clean space and one for out of the clean space. So that's the clean space one. This is our instrument pack and prep area. I needed to make it twice as big as I actually made it. So keep that in mind when you're designing your space. It works. Joan makes it work, but it would definitely be better if it was twice as big as it is. But here's our scrub sink toolbox full of implants, screws, plates, yada yada yada, various other assorted supplies, autoclaves, all the fun things. So that's the door to radiology. That's the door that we came through. So this is OR3. Right now it's my overflow dirty procedure. There's not much in here because I don't use it for quite what it's designed. Originally intended for 2 surgeons, 3 ORs would make things pretty easy, but it's just me right now. So this is where we do dirty procedures so that we don't have to clean up between. It's also set up directly beside radiology so that if we want to put in a CT scanner, we don't have to run the expensive copper wire too far, and radiology can be, or imaging, diagnostic imaging can all be in one general area. Let's see, that's that one. And so in the prep area, in the clean space, we have another cart set up almost identical to what's out there, and then our prep station. It has backups and extras of things like IO bands, gloves, prep, little sandbags for positioning, stuff for cleaning dogs and cleaning up wounds and stuff like that. This is OR2. Set up with my awesome Veta 5s. Highly recommend them. Love the mind ray systems, and the Veta 5 anesthesia machines are fantastic, very reliable, very easy to use. Got an old Force FX, gonna get a Force Triad and a ligature that goes with it, and again, hot dog warmers to help keep the patients warm. Love my Yukon carts for keeping all things necessary, backups for everything, syringes, needles, all that kind of fun stuff. Pass-through cabinet. Couldn't buy one that fit the space that I liked, so my contractors built me one, which is great. And then we go over here. So side by side, OR1, OR2. So OR1 is identical to OR2, except that it has 2 windows, which is awesome. And again, my Veta 5 at the back. Hot dog warmers, Bovie for cautery, lights, fluid line drops for hanging fluid, bags, pumps, dog legs, whatever. OR tables, you know, all the normal expensive operating room stuff. This room is set up with an electrical outlet in the floor. My ultimate goal will be to make this the soft tissue room and put a heated table in here. I like to be able to move my orthopedic tables around so that I can do what I want, where I want, and give myself whatever angles to work at, but soft tissue is generally fixed in place, and that's the end goal, is to have that be the soft tissue room, and then have OR2 be our primary ortho room, and OR3 be our secondary ortho room, plus minus joint replacement if I hire a surgeon that wants to do those things, and or the CT room, and build the addition on the other extension, the rest of the land across here, build a mirror image of this place, and put another OR in there. I can't think of anything else. Oh, this is the FRP board that I was talking about. And where I didn't put enough of it in, I would put it on this wall as well. And the other place that I would put it, I just had some installed over there additionally, but the other place that I would put it would be here, coming and going into my oxygen room. Because although this hallway looks big enough that people can, negotiate around that corner, dude likes to put holes in my wall with his cart. Anyway, that's it. I hope that helps. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to know. We're 3,800 and I think it's 30 square feet. Brand new construction at about $350 a square foot. I hope you can build it less than that. New York contractors are ridiculous. That's about it. Hope you have a great day.